Hey Taurus, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works and we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your storyline on this reading, go check your other major placements, or even if I do, it could be a little interesting to check your other major placements anyway. And I'll post pictures of the spread at the end, and I am also doing personal readings again if you want to email me. My email should be in the description box. All right, we're starting with the Oracle of Mystical Moments deck for an intuitive vibe of where we're going here today. So I've categorized these cards into two parts. There's some parts that refer to specific events going on in our lives, and then there are others that are just true all of the time, no matter what. But your attention is being called to them for this time period, a week or two around this reading, for a reason. So there are many things that are true and we can't, focus on everything at the same time. So this is just like, hey, here's a focus for you this week. This is an important part of your week. All right, there's nothing coming out here. Taurus, what is going on here? Oh, I see. You don't want to talk about it. We're going to take that one. Yeah, okay. You don't want to talk about it. I get it. Because you're protecting something. You're very protective of something. This flipped over. No, this is the one I pulled. It was mostly out. This is Under My Umbrella. This is something protecting something very precious to you, very special, unique. Possibly an idea or possibly just something in your life. And you're protecting it almost at your own expense. In fact, it is a little bit at your own expense. When you protect this thing, this idea, this concept, this job, this something in your life, this person, you leave yourself a little bit out in the cold here, a little bit exposed to the elements. But this is something that you are protecting, and you don't want to get harmed. But it is a bit at your own expense. You know, when we share our umbrellas with people, there's always somebody whose shoulder has to get wet, unless the umbrella is really big, and that makes it more susceptible to going inside out with the slightest breeze. So when we share our umbrella, yeah, somebody gets a little bit wet on a shoulder, and it looks like it's you right now. Not quite being covered by your own umbrella. You're doing all the work, but you're not necessarily reaping most of the rewards. You're still exposed here. Even though you're the one holding the umbrella, you're the one that thought to bring the umbrella, but you're still feeling a little exposed and a little out here. But you're very focused on what you're doing. You may not even realize that you're leaving yourself out and you're leaving yourself exposed to some sort of harsh element, something like that. You may not even realize that because you're just so focused on protecting this thing that you're not realizing that it might actually be coming at your own expense, which is fine. That's a fine decision to make. We can all make that decision when we want to. But this is just calling your attention to the fact that you may be working on protecting something, working on something so hard that you're leaving yourself sort of exposed to the elements and a little bit vulnerable, which is fine. I don't think you even notice it that much. I think this could, because you're just super focused on protecting this thing, and doing what you're doing. You're super focused on it that you may not even realize that you're getting wet and might end up with pneumonia or a cold or something later. So, and then we have no rain today. So this is about a mixed week ahead, sort of. Some mixed emotions, some mixed feelings about something. This is also about being here now, as Ram Dass advocates and says. So we're here now. We're like, where are you? You're right here. What time is it? It's right now. So not living in the past, not living in the future. And this isn't to say that everything's sunny right now. This is to say just being very present right now with whatever it is you're feeling, with whatever it is you're going through. And then when you do have like some good moments, so you're going to be toggling between these two, as we all are. This is one of those cards that's true all the time. We're always toggling between the tears and the sunshine, the clarity and the lack of clarity, the foggy or the overcast skies and overcast mind full of thoughts, mind clouding, and then some clarity comes through from time to time, and we embrace that clarity because we know the clouds will come, but we don't really focus on that. We allow, when the clouds are there, you know, we're like, okay, this is clouds, we're gonna be sunny someday. And when the sun's there, we appreciate that, because nobody's forgotten about the clouds. Nobody's forgotten that there's a cloud just right there. So you could be toggling through some depression and hope and fears and all of that stuff. But this card is about being very present with your emotions today. What are they today? So we're not living in the past. We're not fearing things from the future. We're being very focused and present. And your day today, you might not feel great, and that's okay. You still stay present with that, because anytime we're ignoring our emotions, moving on from them too quickly, they come up in other ways. We stifle them in other ways, and sometimes, you know, some of our methods for stifling things are okay. It's like, okay, yeah, I need that to calm those feelings to calm down a bit before I like directly interact with them. And sometimes they're very destructive, like alcohol and that kind of thing, a way of avoiding our feelings. So no rain today. So be happy when you're happy. Don't worry about those the other moments. When things were working out, be focused on that. All right, Taurus. This is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. We have 4 major arcana. It'd be cool if we'd gotten that. Yeah. Anyway, in your recent past, we have High Priestess here. So the High Priestess, she's about not talking about it, which is what we were talking about with the deck. The first deck is not wanting to talk about it. She's about not wanting to talk about it. The book is closed. Whatever knowledge there is within. This is a very spiritual card, a highly spiritual card, a crown chakra card. And then she's also surrounded by roses, which are a very spiritual flower. And the High Priestess is about not knowing where you're going through any external means, but understanding it very intuitively. She also has the book closed. It means that maybe you weren't getting a lot of guidance. You haven't been getting a lot of clarity. You haven't. So when you do, really embrace it, right? But you haven't been getting a lot of clarity and a lot of guidance, kind of muddling through some things, just going on your intuition. Sometimes our intuition is strongest when we feel it the least. And when we have the least amount of clarity and we're just kind of guessing at things. So there's not a lot of clarity here, and that's meant to be. This card is always very nice to me. It's a reassurance that whatever lack of clarity you've had and you've felt was meant to be that way. It was because you needed to go through that experience in order to get where you were. It is we make the path by walking it. The destination sort of materializes as we approach it. And so she doesn't like to tell very much because you might fuck it up if she just tells you where you're going. So the journey, there's something important about the journey, and there's something very important about you not knowing where you're going, because for whatever reason, that's very important to the High Priestess here. So this is a spiritual card about intuition, a lack of clarity, but having to feel your way forward bit by bit. You've got a lot of that here, honestly. And then you have the High Priestess here. This is your current situation, and this is having everything you need. This is you have everything you need, but you don't feel like you have everything you need, and you're having to trust your intuition. The book is closed. Information isn't being shared. You're on your own, kind of. That's how you feel. It reminds me of those like really cheesy footprints in the sand, and Lord, where were you? I was all alone. And he's like, no, there's only one set of footprints because I was carrying you. So there's a little bit of this vibe here with this high priestess is you felt maybe that you didn't have the guidance and the clarity that you wanted, but you were being carried, even though you didn't realize it at the time. You were being divinely guided, even though it wasn't clear and you didn't have that feeling of being divinely guided, that feeling of being led. You didn't have that, but it was around you. And now you're in the high priestess. This is, she has everything she needs. So if you're single or married or whatever combination of relationed and not relationed, you're happy with what you've got. You've got what you need. You're happy being single. You're very independent feeling. And she's also got a really nice crown chakra thing going on here, plus the intuition. This is a card of abundance, a card of having everything you need. Sometimes this card shows up to remind us that we do have what we need, even if we feel like we don't. Even if we feel like we don't, we do. I love that we've got the high priestess and the Empress sitting here side by side in harmony, two big feminine energies sitting here, past and present. And so the Empress, abundance, Earth Mother feeling, having what she needs. With this high priestess energy, you may have felt like you were out in the cold here, and like you were so busy helping something that you didn't get what you needed. Anyway, but this Empress here now is here telling you do have everything you need. You might not be feeling that yet, but it is like no rain today. Today you have what you need. Today you have all the information you need. You have the clarity. You have the abundance of whatever it was you were looking for. You have that today. You did not have that in the past, or you did not feel that you had that in the past, but today you do have that. And sometimes that's a little bit of a mind shift to go from like, I don't know what I'm doing, to like, oh yeah, okay, no, I do have enough today, because those are shifts in feeling, there's shifts in perception. I mean, there are really times when we don't have what we need. And then, so this is what this card addresses, as well as this Empress card. That's why this message is coming out right now. Is these two cards together are talking about making that shift to when things are working out, when you have what you need, when everything's going smoothly, and not clinging to that old energy of like, oh my gosh, we're broke all the time. Well, at some point, a lot of people, aren't that broke, but they still carry that mentality forward with them that they are broke, when in fact they're making several $100,000s a year, and they are actually financially very stable and fine. But having spent, 20 years broke, 30 years broke, they have a hard time. They still feel broke. So no matter what abundance there is around them, no matter how well things are working out around them, they still have a mentality and approach money as if they are broke. I don't even know how that happens, like manifestation wise, because like, how do you get a bunch of money when you don't believe you do have? I don't understand quite the whole mechanism of all of that. But anyway, this Empress card is here to say that there is an abundance of everything you need, and you need to allow that and allow your mentality to be flexible enough to shift with what you do have. In your inner landscape, we have the inner landscape card. We have the Hermit here. This is going bit by bit, following your own North Star. This is not traveling too fast, not moving too fast, because you can't see the way ahead. This Hermit card keeps reminding me of when I was in India, I was like 8 months pregnant, and I was riding a bike, and my bike had a little light on it that worked only when you pedaled, but it didn't work very well. So I had to pedal. The darker it got, the faster I'd have to pedal so that the light would work brighter. So I've told this story here before, so I don't know if it was for Taurus, but anyway, it has to do with this card. So, and it went fast, and so I was like, I need to see where I'm going. It's dark. I stayed too long at this place, and now I have to ride my bike home, and it's really dark. Anyway, so I went faster and faster and faster, and then hit a big thorny bush, a giant thorny bush, more like a thorny tree with thorns all the way to the ground, you know, and I was fairly dinged up and damaged, and got a moped after that. But the point is that I should have been going slower because I couldn't see, but I thought if I went faster, the light would become brighter, and it did, but not bright enough for me to see. So when our visibility is down to 5 feet ahead, 3 feet ahead, we go slower. That's the moral of the story, not faster. We go slower. And so this is the hermit here, and he's got his intuition, and he's listening to his own song, his own North Star here, going bit by bit. And I think there might be, the Empress is very independent, and so is the hermit. Actually, these just came out in a reading recently. So they're both extremely independent. You may be, so this hermit showing up in your hopes, fears, and inner landscape. So you could be going within, looking for that your own inner North Star to help lead you and direct you step by step. You're not going to get an overall vision. We've got 2 cards here of just not getting an overall vision, not getting clear, long sight. You're not meant to. So you could be going within a little bit, looking for what motivates you, what helps you, where you need to step forward bit by bit. But you could also be dealing with fearing, heading out on your own, fearing this independence, fearing this solo, some sort of solo trek or solo journey that you have to do alone, because you have to get in touch with your own North Star, no matter, you know, what labels you have, no matter how other people depend on you or think about you or anything like that. Getting into that space can be a little scary, because you're choosing an independence from a separation from what other people think, your relationships to other people, and that kind of thing, and that whole web that you're a part of. Stepping out of that, or choosing to step out of that to get in touch with your own North Star. You understand that web likes itself being the way it is, and anytime we step out of that and then we come back in, and we've changed a little bit, and we have a clearer vision for ourselves, that can create this ripple effect that other parts of the web that we're a part of don't really like. The puzzle pieces around us, when one puzzle piece changes shape, which they don't do in reality, but theoretically it changes shape, and then the pieces around it have to change too, and they don't like that. So you could be just afraid of setting out on your own. You have everything you need. You could be afraid of setting out on your own. It's an independent journey, some sort of independent thing, or you could be really looking forward to this time of retreat and an inward focus. So it's hopes, fears, and inner landscape. You're getting the hermit here. Some time alone, reconnecting with yourself. You might be happy about it. You might be afraid of it and worried about it. But we've got 2 cards of independence and 2 cards of not being able to see far, not being allowed to see very far. In your, what's at issue here is this 8 of Cups. So in the upright, we would see this as your intuition out here calling to you. These 8 cups aren't quite enough for you. You'd like 2 more. People might think you're crazy. The path to get those 2 missing cups so that you can have the full set. So there's got to be more to life than this. But we're taking it in the reversal. So the 8 of Cups gone wrong. This could be not being very in touch with your intuition. This could be that you haven't been listening to your inner voice, this hermit thing, and that's why maybe this hermit mode scares you a little bit. There's something you haven't been acknowledging, a sense of not being satisfied with what you have. You're not acknowledging your intuition calling to you here. And here you've got so much of it calling to you, and yet there's something about you're ignoring some sort of call forward. You're ignoring something that is calling to you. You're saying to yourself, I am satisfied with what I have. I am satisfied with these 8 of Cups. And the Empress is here saying it's enough. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe this Empress here is saying it's enough, but this card in the upright is it's not enough. There's more than this. There's more than this. But perhaps what's at issue is there isn't more than this, because she's got everything she needs. So in your present situation, you have everything you need. So I guess I'm a little confused on why we're getting this 8 of Cups in the reversal here. This is maybe the problem is that you do have everything that you need and that you are very satisfied with where you're at and you don't want to keep going and you don't want to keep moving forward. And maybe that's why you're worried about this hermit mode, or you don't want to do that. You don't want to get in touch with your own North Star because you're worried it's going to tell you that this isn't enough, that there's something else out here, and that your intuition's calling to you. Except you do have enough. I mean, that's what's curious is this Empress is this is enough. You have enough. You have everything you need. And this is, you don't have everything you need, but you're not, you think you have everything you need. So do you have everything you need, or do you just think you have everything you need? Or it could be your intuition calling you for more, and you're ignoring it. Because there's so much about intuition here, and some book being closed and you not being able to see something on purpose. I mean, the universe has decided that you're not allowed to see that. Maybe you don't want to take a risk that you need to take. You don't want to move forward. You are happy with where you're at and you don't want to move forward, but there is something calling you forward and you're trying to ignore it out of where you're at. Because where you're at, you're very happy. I mean, you've got everything you need. You've got the whole setup. You've got what you want. So I can see, I guess, why you wouldn't want to listen to anything that's telling you to move out of this place of where you want to go, where you want to be. So in your current situation and your environment, you have possibly a real person. This is the Knight of Cups energy. This is love coming in, a love offering coming in. Someone bringing a deep emotional connection to you. I mean, they're armored up because this is a risky thing. This is reminding me of that song, I Am the Warrior. You know, just about if you survive love and that whole interaction, that whole arc of love, that's great. So that's why he's all suited up, because he knows that love is a dangerous endeavor. And but there is someone coming in here with an emotional offering, with an emotional connection. They're looking to the future and they'd like to kind of chat you up a little bit, see what you like, what's going on with you. So there's someone here to connect a little bit with you. I'm not going to say this is a full-on love offering, but I think they just want to, because right now, today, to me, he's looking like he just wants to chat at a party for a little while. Someone's coming in here to chat. I don't know how serious they are about anything long term, but I mean, they've got their eye headed towards the future, but right, so they could be coming across as just kind of wanting to chat, but actually feeling a little bit more serious, because he is suited up, he is in his armor, but he's also just kind of chatting with you at a party. So, and then your to-do list is this Ace of Pentacles. This is you bringing this in, offering this. So you're one of these hands bringing these in. So either you need to receive a gift of money or something like that, or an offering, a real life offering, or you need to give one and to give one. So this Ace of Pentacles have to do with reality, physicality, the physical world. So this is giving or receiving. So you are either giving or you are receiving, and this is your to-do list. So if someone's offering you like a cup here or something, here's a new beginning, and you need to receive the new beginning if someone's offering that to you, or you need to bring in a new beginning. This is new money, new job, new work, new home, new something new physically. So it looks like a gift. You either need to give a gift or you need to receive a gift. A new gift. It's special to someone. It's sacred to someone. So you need to be giving or receiving this new beginning, a new job, a new start, something like that. It's reminding me of this no rain today. So if the gift comes in, don't be so focused on how poor you are and how you don't deserve this. You deserve this. We've got this Empress here saying yes. And so if something new comes in, some sort of new gift, your job is to receive it openly, because it's no rain today. So don't be stuck back here with whatever bullshit just happened. But if someone's bringing something in, you need to receive it. You may need to give something to somebody as well. So that may be a call to give a gift to somebody, because you have enough, and that might help you see that you have enough, giving that gift. And then in your possible outcome, we have temperance. So we have two things mixing together here. Two ideas, two concepts coming together. She's my bartender. She's mixing the drinks, the syrups and the sours together, and it's all coming together. So we have cards that talk about juggling, things that don't mix, like toddlers and work, and you got to juggle those things. But this is something that can be mixed. These can be mixed emotions that you're bringing together to make a better emotion. This can be extreme situations where maybe you have this, like, it's not enough, it's enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. This thing of different people needing things from you and you needing things, and bringing them together so that it's a nice, even balance where it's palatable for everybody. This is the ultimate compromise, the win-win situation. Everybody likes this drink she's mixing. Nobody's like, all right, well, I wish I had some mint, but I guess I'll take what you got. So everybody likes it. So there's a outcome here that's going to be pleasing to everybody, but it kind of depends on you accepting a gift or receiving a gift, asking for a gift, giving a gift, something physical. But it's going to be a win-win for a lot of people here. And people that were backed into corners are going to be coming in seeing eye to eye here. But there needs to be some giving. It's almost like giving this emotion. I'm seeing these three cards together. I'm seeing someone feeling very emotional, bringing in some emotions, an exchange of emotions, and then this mixing of these emotions and these coming together of these emotions. And I really see this here too, is this, oh, and look at the hand on the sun here. This could be your clarity coming in, something very nice and clear, a clear gift coming in. And then we have this mixing, and we have this flow where the love and the hate come together to be a peaceful vibe in the middle, the extreme. And you've been very confused, I think, about this process and maybe feeling a little left out. Yeah, you were feeling left out. You do have everything you need. Maybe you don't want to admit that you have everything you need with this in the reverse, that you do have everything you need. But it kind of looks like some sort of exchange needs to go on, and then peace will come, something temperate, something palatable and strong, a strong, I want to say, like, she's the drink mixer, so it's strong, right? She's mixing a drink, and it's got some strength to it, some staying power to it, but it's also very pleasant and drinkable. So that's a possible outcome that we're looking at here, is some nicely mixed motivation. I mean, the desires and the feelings about a situation coming together nicely. So, all right, Taurus, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, and subscribes. I really do appreciate them.